Generic greetings and welcome to Moonsigil Atlas. Today's beverages. A nicely chilled and quite tangy blueberry soda. So welcome to Moonsigil Atlas, or Atlantis as I keep on repeating because of the brainworm in my head apparently. This is a deck-building roguelike with a couple of twists from the usual formula. Firstly, you don't have any energy, so you can play as many cards as you like. Normally the default is like 3 for the genre. However, it is limited because of the space you have to play them in. So the cards themselves have a footprint and you have to basically slot everything together to get the best bonuses, whether it be defense, damage, modifying the cards, doing buffs, debuffs, etc. And obviously you'll get different cards and unlocks and upgrades and do the usual sort of deck building roguelike stuff on top of that. Either way, it's easier to show you rather than explain. Let's go to new run and we will select between one of the 3 characters in the game. We've got Feldrim, the Lost Chronicler, collector of ancient lore who seeks to uncover the mysteries of the destroyed Lunatary civilization. We start with a couple of cards, which is basically damage and some defense, and we can unlock different ones as we progress on, same as for the different characters. Obviously I've not unlocked those. Let's just go to begin run and then here we go. So we have what I thought was the bad guy. I mean, they probably should speak to the tailor on that, but no, it's this is the our sort of boost here. I will keep bringing you back until the Titans are no more. So we get a boon of fortitude, which is gain 6 maximum health. We're on 55 in total, or the boon of destruction. Enemies for the next 2 combats are defeated for you. I'm going to say, I mean, that's the easy mode, but it is only, the first 2. So I'm just going to say again some maximum health, and there we go. I mean, you can see our character on the left. Anyway, this is the run here, so we have to get to here, which is the Astral Titan. We start down the bottom, and yeah, this is our Atlas, and here we go. So it is our turn. Okay, so we have a Rune Guard fledgling. They have 32 health, and they're going to attack us for 3 damage and then do some sort of casting 3 times. The important thing to note is in the center here, which shows us our health, which is 61, and the play field. So we need to play our cards in this area, and well, each card, if we have a look, has a footprint. It's made up of these triangles. So we can see this one is Dissipate, and it is 3 triangles. You can see the footprint there. It's a replay card. Remove a non-hostile sigil from the board. Sigils are these. Bolt, which is you play it and you see it's like a triangle. It's a multiple triangles. It deals 4 damage and similar things. You get Ward, which is apply shield. However, the shield will only apply if you place that within the attack zone. So you've got this sort of crescent going around there to indicate the place where we can, shove it in and gain the bonuses for it. So if I place it here, for example, we will gain that, and it does light up to indicate whether or not it's going to work. And we also get the little symbol there to indicate the shields. The shields, by the way, are not sort of taken down in the traditional sense. So if you gain, say, 10 shields and hit with 4 damage, it doesn't knock the shields down by 4. It just, you gain that amount of shield for that run, so you can sort of block multiples. So again, a little bit different from the usual, although again, these can be modified by various buffs and debuffs. So I want to protect against the damage, then I want to do some attacking. So I'm going to place this maybe in here, because why not? So that's going to get fully blocked, so I don't have to worry about the damage. That is fine. I haven't really mentioned the look of it. It is a very nice looking game. It's got this sort of otherworldly, ethereal sort of colour scheme. Very, very nice. There's our cast there with all of their magic and sigils going on. So what do I want to do now? Well, I'm going to go with Dissipate, because if I place it in, and you can see I'm rotating it to put it wherever I need to. I'm going to place it there, and this is to remove a non-hostile card from the board. I will remove that, but it doesn't remove what we've already done. So, for example, the shield or the damage, etc. And then we've got Bolt, which is basically well, I don't really need to be too concerned about this, because you just need to fit them in, and there you go. And now I've run out of cards. So again, I didn't play like 3 cards and then it's done. I just used all the cards that I had. Then we will end the turn, and then them cards are removed because they're not persistent, but you do gain persistent cards. Speaking of that, we have these that have been placed. This is Burden. It is a hostile card. I'll just click on that. And like all good games, you can mouse over stuff and get a readout of what it is, so it's very easy to learn and understand. So hostile, it's a hostile card, which means, well, some of them will say remove hostile card, remove friendly card, etc. We've also got persistent. It's persisting for 1 turn, so it will stay there. It doesn't have any effect other than it's just blocking the slot. However, they are hitting us for 6 damage. So what am I going to do about that? Well, I do have Ward, which I can sort of slot in like so. I then also have Starfall, so apply 4 shield to the rune's region upon play, and then deal some damage. However, this is... So if I placed it there, for example, it wouldn't do anything. Because, well, it would actually deal damage. It would deal damage, but it wouldn't put the shield, because I need to make sure that is in the bit here for... well, hang on, can I do it there? No, I don't think I'll be able to place this, actually. Basically, I need to get that little point, that little tip with the shield bit into this area. So I'm not going to play that. However, Ward would fit in quite nicely. I can place it there and probably will. What you can do is you can right-click the placement, and that puts it into a planning mode. So this is really useful, that you can plan your turn off. So you can say, I want to plan that there, I want to plan that there, etc. And obviously you can then remove it and then, you know, go from there. I can't seem to drop the card though, which is, oh, you have to sort of bring it back there. I'm just used to pressing escape or right-clicking, but you can remove it there. Right, so can I fit this in any position that would help me out? Not particularly. I'm going to place in... maybe that in there, and there's no undo, by the way, as far as I can tell. That's why you've got the planning mode. That'll give me a bit of shield, and that's it. You can see this is locked out, so maybe I could have placed it better, but that'll do. So we do get 2 damage through, so we've lost a little bit, but we start off with more health than default anyway. So we now have Dissipate, which is remove a non-hostile sigil from the board, so placing it would not allow me to remove the burden. They're only on 12 health, so truth be told, I can probably just take them out. Oh, no, I can't, because I can do Bolt and Bolt, which is 8 damage, and then I'll be able to shield up. Well, the default option is place that there, which is going to block that. I'll then place that in here and then remove that, which gives me then slots for Bolt, and then another Bolt, and then another Ward. It doesn't matter if I over-shield, because the shields are by default not persistent. Again, there might be modifiers and artifacts later on that do that, and then we can see they now put these burdens here and attacking for 6 damage. I'm not really too concerned, because quite frankly that's going to take them out, and there we go. So, new card, choose the cards to permanently add to your deck. We've got Twin Flare, Intensify, and Focus Fire. Sorry, I got a bit of a meme, the Intensify. Twin Flare, you can see there's a footprint of these cards, and this is obviously where the game really needs to sort of lean into it, and I think it does there about this whole placement thing, and that's a sort of mini game in itself, which is quite satisfying. So we've got deal 4 times 2 damage and then draw a card. Intensify is deal 5 damage to all enemies, and it says turn start, temporarily gain focus 3, which is all damage dealt by the card is increased by X. I'm going to go with that one. Thank you very much. It's like a more of a rarer card. So we have options for Sigil Forging, Rune, Shield Rune, add Shield Rune to one of your cards so we can increase the shield that we get. Sigil Forging Removal, remove a tile from one of your cards so you make it smaller, and then Combat. I'm going to go with... that's card removal, card pack. I'm going to go with the Shield Rune here, and well, I like the effect there. So we will harvest the light, because it's rays of light illuminate the sky, echoes of power along the path. Wow, that looks really nice. Harvest the light, add a shield rune to one of your cards. So I can add it in any card I think I want. So I could say this bolt, add a shield card to the top there. I can do that. I'm not going to. What I'm going to do is go for Starfall, and I'm going to add it in there. If I was to use like a rune, you can basically buff it up and gain extra effects, but I haven't earned one. Skip gains as Astral Dust. The shattered fragments of an astral gem, collect 3 to recombine them. I've not done that before, but I don't need to. That will be fine. So there we go. It has now been buffed, and we're now on to a bit of combat. There you go. So, we now have a Celestial Scorpion on both sides, but we're not being attacked on the left, only on the right there. So, let us go with... sadly, that's a bit of a problem. I have not got anything that's going to shield, so I'm definitely going to take the damage. I will go with... Bolt. Actually, no, wait. I will go with Intensify. So, turn start, deal 5 damage to all enemies, and turn start, temporarily gain 3 focus. So, we need a buff up for the next turn. So, that'll go there, and then we can attack. We can pick what we're going to attack with. So, I'm going to attack the Celestial Scorpion on the left, because it's not attacking this turn. And my plan is to hopefully simply remove it from the board next turn, and might as well remove that, but it doesn't matter. We're going to take the damage anyway, but, you know, planning ahead, if I attack the right Celestial Scorpion, I know for a fact that I wouldn't be able to kill it. So this time we can go with 4 damage, which is going to go in there, and we take out the Scorpion. There we go. And then we need to take out this guy, which is not really going to help out. I mean, I can go with shield there, so +8 shield, then place that in here. I mean, it doesn't matter because none of these are going to help out, so there you go. And then they're strengthening, and intensify is, yeah, dealing with the problem. Okay, a new card. It's a handful of gravel. Very magical. Gain 3 copies of gravel to your hand. Again, you can mouse over it and it will indicate what it is. So yeah, it's just a little one. They're pretty useful, these cards, because they're just like a 1 slot. So if you've got like a 1 or 2 triangle space, you can pop them in there. Miri's Prophecy. You deal 10 damage for increased by 2 for each extra card drawn this turn. I don't have any really draw cards, and we've got Horn, which is draw a card and infuse a card in your hand with Focus. I'm going to go with that one because, again, it's more of a rarer one, and then more combat. There we are. And this time it is a Rune Guard Adept, and they're going to attack for 9 damage with a couple of casts. So they also have Burden again, so we need to slot around that. I'm thinking maybe, you know, put this in here. Let's roughly plan that, and then I can put that in. Where can I put that in? So that wouldn't work there. Okay, bring that back and bring that. Darn it! I meant to right click and bring it back. So that's messed me up on that one. Yeah. Okay. So I've got 4 shield. I can get some more shield. I will be able to get to 8 shield, so that's okay. But it's not going to. Yeah, really help out. Let's go with that, and then that, and then infuse Focus. I'll say that one, and then gain 6 damage. And then we've got this remove a non-hostile card from the board. Oh, okay. I'll place that and remove this one, and then I'm going to say do a bit more damage, and I think that'll be fine. We'll remove all of those, and then we'll take 8 points of damage. So there we go. Yeah, it just blocks that one. So we got Intensify, we have Starfall once again. They're attacking us for 9 damage, so that one there would help out a lot going there. So that's going to protect us for 9. There we are. And we're probably going to go with Intensify. Yes. And then maybe Ward. Maybe Ward, although that would prevent me placing any other card. Do I want to take the damage and just do 4 back? I think we're best off. We can play it slower. We can play it a slower turn on that one. So we'll remove that. Enemy's turn for no damage, and then again it's going to place these weird debuffs. But there you go. They're on 28. Right, we'll keep Intensify going. I will probably place Bolt in there. There you go. We'll do a bit of warding, which can go in there potentially. And can I fit another ward in? I cannot. Okay. Let's bring them back then. I can dissipate, however, a card, which could only really be that one. I think what I had that probably the right way. So it's going to go there. Dissipate. I can basically put in. I mean, it doesn't actually matter, does it? Because if I play Dissipate, I can get rid of that, and then I can play Bolt again. Although I can go Dissipate there, remove that card, then place Warding back in, and again I'll only take 1 point of damage, and obviously we're smashing them for 8 damage anyway with Intensify, so card economy is actually really good. What else have we got? I can't play Starfall, which is a shame. I can do Bolt. How much damage are they on? They're on 14, and we deal 11 damage to all enemies at the start. So we just need to, not take the damage. But I can't place, sadly, I can't place the ward. Okay. Let's go with this, and then we'll make the Intensify. Let's go with 7 damage. Basically, they're dead next turn, for sure, but I am going to take 9 damage, which is a bit of a shame. So, there we go. So, they'll hit us. We're down to 43 health. and then they're going to get zapped, and then it's dealt with. See Beyond, draw 3 cards, infuse a card with focus, fortify, apply 4 shield to the runes region, and then draw 2 cards, or Barbed Buckler. Apply 4 shield, and adjacent sigils temporarily gain focus 3. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to go with maybe Fortify. There we go. It's a simpler card to do. Card upgrade, prepared. Permanently gives a prepared card to one of your... prepared to one of your cards. This card starts in your hand. Oh, okay. So what card do we want to add in the beginning? Let's harness the power. And we can go with... What's good to add from the very beginning? Well, Intensify, deals 5 damage, and then keep buffing it. We want to play that from the very beginning, don't we? That's a fairly easy pick, I think. What else have we got here? We have Forbidden Artifact. Ooh, open an artifact. We've got Sigil Forging Attack or Card Pack. Forbidden Artifact. Let's have a look at Artifact, shall we? And it is going to be... Ooh, accept the gift. It is a toppled bishop. Whenever you have no cards in your hand, draw 3. So if you play a full hand of cards, you're going to draw and more. Chaos Talisman. On pick up, acquire 2 other artifacts at random. And Ancient Planisphere. Start each combat with 2 copies of Seek in your draw pile. Seek is draw 2 cards and exhaust. I'm going to go with the toppled bishop. We'll try that. So there you go. There is an artifact, and then we've got a bit of combat. Alright, so a Star Courser and a Rune Guard Fledgling. So we're receiving 7 damage. So we need to deal with that. And you can see the quadrants that they're attacking with. Okay, now can I do that? That is actually really good of the game, that I can split that. So this is, you see where I'm playing it. And again, it's showing in these corners here on the left and right where the shield is going to be. So if I place that in an area where I can split it up, it will help us out. So I'm going to go with that there. And then I need to do the damage. I'm going to go with this one because it's got the least health. So there we go. And that's fully blocked. Both of them are fully blocked. And I'm going to place this... I'm going to place... Oh, wait. I'll place in Dissipate here. And then remove that card to give me more space. Because then I want to go with... Shield... Intensify, and then Bolt, which should allow me to draw 3 cards, which it has. Fortify, we don't need. Bolt is good. Horn, draw a card, infuse a card in your hand with Focus. So I can place this in... Where can I place it? I can place it around... So what I want to do, if I place this, I can buff a card like Bolt, and it'll draw a card, or I can just deal some damage. I think I'm going to go with this. Like so. Like I say, is there a way to fit this in where I can play another card? I don't think so, so I'm not going to be too concerned. I'm just going to buff the Bolt like that. And, oh, I can. I have managed to fit it in there, and then I'll use the Bolt to do 6 damage there, and hopefully... Ah, darn it. They'll be on 1 health. Unless it buffs it starts, temporarily gain focus 3. Does it go top down? So will it deal 5 damage and then gain focus? I think it might. Add does damage to each, but it does go top down. So it's going to do the damage. So that's the bit at the top of the card, and then goes down to temporarily gain focus 3. Okay. So Rune Guard Fledgling is on 1 health. This guy's attacking me for... Not good. Attacking me for 10. So I need to place the wards. And, I mean, that would fit perfectly in there. But that wouldn't help because this guy... Yeah, not going to work out. Okay, well, I'm going to... Draw a card. And buff it. That's the obvious choice, to gain 8 shield. And it's... 12 damage. That's a waste on this guy, so we'll do that. Fully blocked, which is good. Then Bolt. That's now taken out. And that should do it. Not bad. Not bad at all. And they're going to go for speed and strength. When attacking this enemy, hits additional time for each stack. Oh! So they're going to hit, yeah, a lot now. Right. Let's see what I can do then. I've got nothing here. I've got nothing here that's going to protect me. Well, that's suboptimal, to say the least. If I place it here as well, the problem with that is that it is then, because this is a persistent card, it's going to put the persistence in the area where I want to play defensive spells. So, I mean, these are going to go from next... This is going to disappear next time, so I'll place it there. I'm going to go with... Bolt, Intensify, Dissipate, that, and then do another Bolt, which will then allow me to draw cards, which is not going to help anyway, because I can't play them, and then that's just, like, sadly cycle through. But we are going to take a lot of damage here, so here we go. Yeah. Ow. Down to 25 health. They've only got 4 health, so they're dead anyway. Right. Disperse. Apply 4 shields to the runes region at the top. And then remove any sigil from the board, including hostile. Yep, that's immediate pick. So we got removal of one of our cards, or we got a card upgrade focus. Do we want to keep a lean deck, or do we want to go for focus? I'm going to keep a lean deck, so I'm going to remove a card from our deck, and it's going to be probably just a standard bolt. Oh, sorry, you remove a tile. My mistake. My mistake. So what do I want to remove tile-wise? If I do that, I can just make it a really small card. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, and they've got 2 upgrade slots. Oh, we got an elite combat now and 25 health. I'm not thinking this is not going to go well. Right, what do we have here? A Lost Starbinder. Attacking me for 10, and then a Starbinder Totem, which is Totem. You do not need to kill this enemy in order to win the combat. It is Astral Lock. This enemy has locked your cards in place until the enemy is defeated. All cards you start in the combat with cannot be rotated. Oh, you are joking, right? Right, so I can't rotate them, can confirm. We need to get that totem down, and we also need to defend ourselves. So this is where we are going to go with some planning, are we not? Yes. So, because this is locked, I'm having to do a lot more cogitating. I think regardless of what I do, we're going to have a problem with positioning of cards. Like I say, rotation normally is a big part of this game, and locking it is... well, it's just not very nice of the game. It's been very rude. Okay. I mean, I could spend so much time planning and worrying about positioning, etc. But I think it is maybe best to... I'll definitely not place it there. That would be terrible. There, we'll go Fortify. We'll do Intensify. Yeah, that's going to go there. That's going to go there. That's going to go... I can't rotate it. That's going to go there. That's going to go... So you planned over the top, but that doesn't help. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Dissipate. Oh, would Starfall help me out if I was... Can I place this somewhere and place Starfall? I don't think so, because again of the rotation. But I will definitely use Dissipate to remove... that one. And I can place Starfall. Yes, I can. And then we'll do damage here. Okay. Not, I don't think, a bad turn. Considering that's the first time I've had it that fully locked out. Okay. I'm going to do a buff to itself. And the totem has got 17 health left. And I still can't rotate. Okay. Well, there's no point really shielding. I can remove hostile. Don't need to do shielding. So it's just a straight up. Place that there. Let's just do some more damage. I'm going to leave the totem on almost full health. That can go there. That can go... I mean, this is just a terrible... I will kill it, though. So they're going to get a buff, whatever it happens to be, which is strength. And then the totem should be zapped, which they have been. So now everything is unlocked. Right. And I now need to make sure that I can survive this. So I'm thinking... right, can I fit in 3 levels of ward? There's the obvious choices. Yeah, let's do it. Remove a sigil. Oh no, cancel. Not place that yet. Do that. Do that. Do that. To then allow me to do a bolt and another bolt. So we're only taking 2 damage, but we've gained all of these cards which can't do anything. But there you go. But it's only 2 damage, but we are coming towards a boss, which is the problem child on this one. Right. Shielding. We've got a bit of shielding. 14 damage once again. So I think I can, once again, go for wards, maybe. And go for that. The fact that you can plan it is so useful. Right, let's get the obviouses out the way. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Can draw a card. Infuse a card, which is the Intensify, which is going to go there. Oh, no, it's not. It's not. Dissipate's going to go in. And I can remove a card, which is going to be that one. And we'll go with this. So again, we're going to take 2 damage. There we go, we're down to 21. But I'm hoping that we can do 24 damage this turn. Well, they're doing only... They're just doing straight up... They're just doing straight up... Can I plan that there? Plan that there. No, no point. No point in doing any of that. Let's just make it simple on ourselves. They're just doing straight up buffing. So... That'll do. So next turn... They should be dead now, actually, because that's going to zap them for a 10. Yeah, okay. Not terrible. And... New card again. It's new card time. Glimpse of Dawn. Turn start. Deal 11 damage to the enemy with the least remaining health. Unstable Glyph. Adjacent sigils deal 3 damage to all enemies. Okay. And Barbed Buckler. Rune. Apply 4 shields. And gain focus 3. I'm going to go with this unstable one because it looks weird. And we've also got a long lost jewel from the Crown of Creation, rippling with power. And we can use that to buff certain things. Heal or card removal. I'm going to go with heal because I don't think I'll be able to defeat the boss without it. Let's repair. And then we've now got the Astral Titan. Oh, yeah, that's the Mooncaller Titan. 185 health. And they are going to mooncast. This enemy is planning to do something to the moon. Oh, joy. Right then, let's get things played. So, I mean... doesn't really matter, truth be told, what we do, because yeah, that's the end of that. And yep, there's some of the moon of Aya, a moon of Wrath. So these are a bit different now. So you can see they have more enemies, which are going to do something. However, they're a summoned moon, which is controlled by the enemy, but if we kill it, we claim it, which means we get this footprint to place our stuff in. They are doing buffing, so they're just basically putting in... When this moon dies, deal 20 damage to the boss, and 30 damage, and they're applying strength. So the longer these last, the better this guy's going to be. So I need to shield up is what I'm hearing. So how can we do this? Let's go with Starfall in the first instance. That wouldn't help. That, however, would help. So I'm going to do that, and we're going to deal damage to this moon here. We have Disperse. However, we do need to place it in a position where we can then use its removal, like that. So we've now got a bigger slot, which is good. We've got Ward, which I can... Oh, would that fit in there then? No. I was going to say, where can I place that? If I was to plant it there, and plant it here... No, not happening. Not happening. Deals 3 damage to all... Adjacent sigils deal 3 damage to all enemies. There. There. And there. Let's infuse Bolt. Place this, and then we place that. Okay. I think I played them in the wrong order. I've never used that one before. Let's have a double check. Effect will be added to the sigil that I played next to this one. Right, yeah. So I played in the wrong order. I should have played that first and then the rest of it. That's a shame, but it is what it is. We are blocking all the damage, which is the main thing, and the top moon is low on health. It's actually got 1 health remaining. This guy's just going to cast loads of stuff, so I don't need to do anything very funky. I just need to take that out. So there we go. And the Mooncaller Titan has taken damage, and we're back to normal. So we will go with Disperse. That's applying shield, but then it can remove this. That will help us out. Just give us a bit more space, you understand. We've also got the Moon's Heart, because we've defeated this. Exhaust this card, and at the start of the turn, draw a card. What can I fit in there? I remove a non-hostile sigil from the board. Well, I might as well do that. And we'll remove that. Then we'll go Moon Heart. There we go. And then we'll go for a Starfall. And do damage to the Moon of Wrath. And then Fortify, which gives us extra cards. Which allows me to place one in... well, there. And then again do damage there. And here we go. This is where the enemy is really going to be buffed up here. Oh yeah, it's placing a lot of things. This is the Moonquake hostile ghost card. Ghost means you can place cards over it. Other sigil can be placed over this. However, it's clearing it. At the turn end, take 4 damage if the sigil is not being covered up. So I need to cover those, otherwise I'm going to take damage. So, the obvious one is here to clear that. There we go, there's the Moon of Wrath. And we've gained another one of these, a Moon Heart. And we need to potentially place... Do we place this one first? I should have done that there, actually. Again, it would be nice, actually, to have an undo. That would be nice, but alas. That's going to go in here. And then I'm going to go that one there. And infuse a card with damage. Intensify, and then we do that. We're going to go with... let's see what else I can play. I need to play something around here. I always think Ward can go in that slot. Oh, actually, it can go in there. But is it best covering over? one completely. That would fit in there nicely, which does damage, and then that goes in there nicely, and then I can do another ward, which can go over there if I really want to. However, I think I'm going to go with maybe intensify. Yeah. Too much damage I'm really taking here. I did cover over most of those ghost ones, but we are going to take, oh yeah, a lot of damage. They're on half health, but we do have control of this, so there we go. There is another intensify, deal damage at the start, but they are, oh, they're not actually going to do anything in this particular instance. Okay. Yeah, they're not going to do anything. So what I'll do is... well, they're doing something, should I say. They're doing... Place a hostile sigil on the board. They're not doing any damage, is what I'm getting at. So... That disperse can go there. I'll keep that in my pocket for later. Let's go with intensify. Keep it out of this area, because that's where they're attacking. Again, maybe I was best placing this one. But I think that's just going to block most things. Yeah, I should have placed that first. That one goes there. A bit more damage. Then that goes there. And... fuse a card with focus. That one. And then the zap. Then... probably that. More zap. Then that, because more zap. And remove that. And then... where can I place that? That's going to be shield, but then remove any sigil from the board. Can you remove itself? It can't. It can't remove itself. Fair play. That can be removed. Then that can go in there, which means we then draw 3 cards because of this. And then I can't place them anywhere. Good chat. I thought it was doing really well there. Okay, they are hitting us with 18 damage. The question is, can I do anything to protect against that? Can I fully protect against that is the question. I'm not convinced fully protect against that. I can probably go with 12. Can I take them out? There's another chat. 4 damage, 6 damage. No, 8 damage. 11, 14 if I'm lucky. Yep, then I'm going to take 18 damage. I think it's a case of placing in this. And where is the best place for it? Because I'm trying to get it so I can put the wards around it. So I'll be able to fit a ward on top of that. Not below it. Nothing would fit there. That would be terrible. That would be terrible. That would be not too terrible. How can I place that over there? Is that... oh, I was going to say, how can I place it over there because it's not ghost, but it's just the way it... yeah, it's just the way it is. Yeah. If I was to just place this then. 1 ward. 2 wards. And 3 wards. I'm going to do that. It's going to be 12. Then I can remove a card from the board, which can be... that, which then gives us that one. Then remove that card. And again, I can then do more blocking. But I'm only taking 2. I think I'm going to do a bit of damage. I think a bit of damage. There you go. Because we're going to zap them for 10, 13. Would that be enough anyway? Yes, it is. So this will be the last turn. Okay. Zap zap. Dealt with. New card. Stockpile. Cloak of Omens. Culminate. Stockpile. Eternal card. Sigil is not removed from your board at the end of the turn. Nice. Maybe. Exhaust a card in your hand. So it's removed from the rest of the encounter. Exhaust this card. And then at the start of the turn, add a copy of the card you exhausted to your hand. So you just couldn't completely recycle a card. Pretty good. Cloak of Omens. Apply 4 shield to the rune's region of play. Okay. Transform this card into a Staff of Omens. Oh, so it's like a different... Oh, so it's got to probably go from... Yeah. I could already tell you well finish to read it. So it goes from Cloak of Omens to the Staff of Omens, the Staff of Almonds to the Cloak of Almonds. Yeah. So it goes from shielding to damage, which is 5 times 4 damage, and then back over. That's really good. And Culminate deals 0 damage, for increased by 5 for each sigil played this turn. So you play cards and you put that down. I'm going to go with the Cloak of Omens. That gives us more options. A drafting table. All cards get an extra upgrade slot. Okay. That's quite a ramp up, actually. That's quite an expansive one. Frozen Timepiece. Whenever you play 2 or less cards in your turn, refuse all cards with Resonate 1. What's Resonate? Sigil. This sigil's play and Ash cast effects happen additional X times. So play. What's Ash effects? Maybe when they're burnt at the end? I don't know. But play. That's fairly obvious. Cloak of Rukos. At the start of each turn, infuse a random card in your hand with attack rune. Deal 4 damage. Long-term play will be the drafting table. Okay. That's the long-term play, I guess. You've slain the first of the Astral Titans. No small feat, but the remaining 2 are even more formidable. Slay the others, free me, and return the universe to peace and righteousness at last. And looks like we do heal to the full health. Molten Crag. A world on the brink of destruction in the second Titan's wake. Ooh. And there we go. We've now got picks. I'm going to go with card pack. So the landscape's changed. Open the card. Random draw, rapid fire attacks, or rare. We're going to go with rare, but it requires an astral gem to do it. And I'm just going to look at the ones that are really rare. And you can see there's 3 upgrade slots on these. Apply 1 stack of Growing Exposed. This enemy receives 1 exposed per stack at the end. Not exposed is normally damage, is it? Takes 1 more damage from direct attacks per stack. Lasts for the entire encounter. Oh, so you want to play that early? Yeah, I'm gonna get that one actually. And then you've got another fight. Okay. It's a Flame Wing Scorcher this time. So, similar sort of art, just a different sort of style. See all the stars behind them there. Okay, well, I will go to the main menu and call it there for this little run of Moonsigil Atlas. So, in summary from this playthrough, I have to sort of preface this with a few caveats that I've not played as much as I'd liked in order to get this video out in time. But from what I have played, I'm very impressed with it. I do like the roguelike. I like roguelike, and I'm not a fan of deck builders as standard. As in, spending hours put together a deck of cards and then playing them. But I don't mind the add and remove sequential nature of the roguelike deck builder. This adds, obviously, the couple of big swings to the genre of it. You can play as many cards as you like. There's no limit. And then mix and matching them in the physical space. That is a real nice feature. It makes it different, but not just different for the sake of it. And in itself is a nice mini game as well. Yeah. I like what I see. I very much like what I see. I hope it gets the attention that it deserves, because, well, the nature of these things, they can sometimes be a bit buried by the bigger giants and such. I've played a lot of roguelike deck builders, and some of them are better than what you would class as the forerunners, the more well-known ones, but again, they're sort of overshadowed by it and get sort of buried. I hope this one does, like you say, receive the attention. I will be playing more for sure. Obviously, there's only 3, call them heroes, characters. As for the amount of cards and ruins, I believe there's 250 plus cards. Obviously, loads of combinations and such. But yeah, like I say, it is a first impressions after all. That's been a bit of the game. I want to play more. Any tips, comments, suggestions, let me know what you think. And yeah, as always, we'll go from there. Hope you have enjoyed this little run through. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. And generic partings.